Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're now tuned to CFRE 91.9 FM. It is your man, DM C.O.O.L. And you're now tuned into C.O.O.L Radio. Now, as promised, it is the man of the hour. This man, he's been on the show once, but now twice. You know, as I like to call my multiple members of C.O.O.L Radio, I like to call them my Hall of Fame members if they've made multiple appearances on the show, whether via in studio or on the phone. He is Toronto's party starter. He gets the party popping each and every time, whether it's the 2000s theme or the 1990s theme or 1980s theme, because that's just what he does. He came back bigger, meaner, a bit slimmer this time around too, and he can jump over a basketball hoop from what I've been seeing on YouTube and Facebook alike. Ladies and gentlemen, not only is he a Toronto native, not only is he a Mississauga native, he is an MGB native, all right? Mel Carmel represent in the building right now. He goes by the name of Kamakacci Juice.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
You already know.
I don't even know how to... That's quite the intro.
Hey, I'm just saying, I've been known as the intro guy, so why not, right? I gotta live up to it. How you been, though?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
I see that. You know, you came in fashionably late, but it's all good, because my man came with the green tea and what have you.
That's what I was going to say. I came with the green tea. That's why I'm fashionably late.
You already know, man. I can't even get mad at that. You know, he knows I love green. He knows the studio's green. He knows I love green tea. So, hey, man, it's a match made. Yo, let's get to talking right now, all right? Now, last year around this time, you came here.
Yes.
And this is around the season where you get everything hyped up for your annual bashments, as we'll call it. Your extravaganza of sorts, the pageantry and what have you that comes with it.
Yes.
Last year, however, it got mired in a bit of controversy. Now, if we go back to memory lane, you were having a little bit of difficulties finding or reserving the venue, and then it got taken last second.
The venue canceled on me 9 days before the party.
Yes, and then you were able to recoup and find a venue within that time frame, nonetheless.
Yes.
Okay, first question I have. Did the same thing happen this time around?
No.
Okay.
This time around, the venue that I booked it with cracked the joke with me about canceling the party. Then we laughed. I nervously laughed. They're like, we're just joking. We won't do that to you. So last year's venue canceled on me. This year, no, it didn't. The party is 8 days away. It's literally a year later.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely. And how are you feeling this time around? Are you feeling a little more secure?
Definitely feeling more secure. I'm coming in here smiling. Last year I was coming here.
Yeah, you're a little, Toronto mean mug,
I was promoted. I promoted my event for 3 months, and then 9 days before the party gets canceled on me. So I remember coming in here, and it was like kind of gray, cloudy skies.
Exactly.
Right above me. Until it was one of those.
Storm was hailing up and everything. Yeah. Raiden was just about to be like, get over here. Well, that's stuff.
It's one of those moments. Yeah. This year, things are a lot better.
That's what's up, man. And it's always good to come in here with the good vibes, right?
Yes.
Now, for people who aren't familiar with the good and plenty, please tell me, or please tell them rather, what they should be expecting.
Well, for those who don't know, I do a lot of parties and events throughout the year, right? Hosting New Year's Eve and long weekends and Fridays and Saturdays and such things like that. But this is like my annual birthday party. This is the one party of the year that I can put my 180% promotional, all my marketing, I put everything all in.
So you're basically going Super Saiyan 3 on this party.
Yeah, I go all in. I start tweeting about this party from January. I wait for January 1st just to be in the same year, and then I'm like, good and plenty. Just so people start, this guy's really promoting this 3 months in advance. So, yeah, it's one of those parties where I try to make sure that people have a good time. The theme is good music and plenty of it. So I like to go through, I like old school music. I like to go through the 80s, the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, 2000s, kind of when I was in high school, up to present day, which most parties you go to, you won't necessarily get that. So that's why I really emphasize on good music and plenty of it. So kind of, if you're 19 or if you're 29, if you're 39, there's something for everybody at this event.
Absolutely. And I remember listening to a record from one of your favorite artists. He said something along the lines of, the good and plenty, I serve any and many.
Yes, that's crazy. Big Daddy Kane.
Can you please educate us on the bestie relationship that you have with this guy? See this guy riding along shotgun with him, getting smoothies and everything.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. Because even the fact that you said that, because I was telling somebody the other day, and like, people don't even know where and how I got this name, The Good and Plenty. There's a lot of different influences that came about the reason why I called my birthday party The Good and Plenty. Because I started this when I was 20. And yeah, Big Daddy Kane mentioned The Good and Plenty in one of his lyrics. Biggie Smalls mentioned The Good and Plenty in one of his lyrics. There's a couple of different songs where, like, and it's all 70s, late 80s, early 80s type of music that they said The Good and Plenty, The Good and Plenty, The Good and Plenty. So that's where that came about. So people know, and I just snatched it. I'm like, turn that into a party.
Exactly. You made a hot line, I made a hot song. Or so hot party theme, whatever.
Very similar, very similar.
Absolutely. Now, you have other jams that you like to host as well, too, and like other events as well that kind of culminate into the Good and Plenty. So you have La Brunch. You also have Hush Thursdays, I believe.
Thursdays, yes.
Can you please give us some more detail about those things?
I put in on Instagram. I'm going to talk about Hush Thursdays and La Brunch and Union Saturday. So there's a lot of those are example of other events that I host. They're not my parties.
Okay.
There are other people in the city, other promoters.
They put me on, so we do business together.
Yes.
And so Saturday nights I'm at Union Nightclub. Hush Thursdays is more, I guess, you want to get that wild turn up type of event.
Yeah.
And then I do things like La Brunch is more like clean upscale. You want to throw on a suit and bow tie. Ladies want to come out and dress and heel, and we actually sit down and have brunch but also order bottle service at the same time.
Okay.
So we have Eggs Benedict with some Hennessy or Grey Goose. So I try to do events for all kinds of people. That's what those things are.
So it's a bit swanky then. I should call it. I mean, a little swanky, a little classy.
Try to, yes.
Okay, that's a sub, man. That's a sub. Now, from the sound of it, the culmination of your party and what have you, you say you start at January. It almost sounds like you have more of like a WrestleMania theme to it.
Yes.
It's a big extravagant party that happens only once a year. And oddly enough, WrestleMania is just around the corner, actually, this Sunday, actually. We're going to get into that a little bit later on in the show, actually. But, what I want to know from you is, when was the first time you actually did The Good and Plenty?
Good question, because I feel like a lot of people don't know. I first did The Good and Plenty 8 years ago. So this is my 9th year for Good and Plenty. I turned 29 next week. And it was more at the time, nothing serious. It wasn't supposed to be anything annual. It was literally, I had just started doing parties and events. And luckily I had Drake hosted the first Good and Plenty.
Cool.
And funny story about that, I had all these pictures. And this is when Facebook wasn't hot. Nothing was hot yet.
Yeah.
9 years ago. I'm talking like early, I don't even think there was Facebook. So I don't have pictures of it. The pictures, we took them and got deleted somehow because I didn't really think that this party was going to turn into something that was like an annual event. So Drake hosted the very first Good and Plenty, and I remember even at that event, he was on the microphone talking about how he's going to be signed, he's going to be the next hottest thing in Toronto, and at the time, nobody was paying attention to him. For those who are listening that remember, because a lot of my close friends, pretty sure you were there.
He's pointing.
My boy MG was there. A lot of my close guy friends were there, and a lot of people were like, yeah, this guy's on the mic. Nobody, I will honestly, nobody cared that this guy is going to be the hottest thing. So that's a part of the story with The Good and Plenty, because that was my first year.
Yeah.
Drake was on the mic, hosted it, came through with all his boys before they were called OVO at the time. And then it ended up being a really successful party. Like, we had tons of fun, a lot of drunken people, but like good memories. Yeah. And I literally was like, I'm gonna do this party again. Because it was like one of those things, like the vibe was 80s, 90s, 2000s, and the vibe was just good. And then it just kind of, everybody was anticipating it the next year. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna do it again.
Exactly.
We're gonna do it again and do it again. And yeah.
So, this is going to be like an annual tradition from now on. Like, if you don't host in 1 year, everyone's going to be like, yo, what the hell? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's the thing. Next year, I'm already slowly planning for next year.
Okay.
Next year is the 10th year anniversary of The Good and Plenty. Plus, I turned 30 years old.
That's what's
Plus,
up.
it's 10 years of me being in the nightlife game. There's it's a milestone next year.
A lot of momentous occasions are happening, and they're all culminating in one big thing.
I have a lot of plans for next year, so I hope to be in this very seat.
Oh, you already know, man.
I'm going to put that out there.
There you go.
I hope to be in this seat.
There you go. You might be in a bigger seat, if everything goes well on my end, so you never know. So let me ask you this now, and that kind of goes into my next question as well. How do you try and top yourself with each Good and Plenty jam that happens?
Honestly, it's all about the people. I treat this party like I'm campaigning, like I'm running for president.
That's what you should.
If the people aren't happy, I won't do it.
Get the people!
So I get the
people!
I legit ask a lot of friends, like my personal friends. Like I have a couple of group chats here and there. I'll be like, guys, like, what do you think about this? If I did this theme, or what do you think about this? If I put these DJs on, or what do you think? I like to know what people think versus my personal opinions.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's my birthday, but a lot of people come out and support. So I like to make sure they have the time of their lives, and then I can worry about myself later on. Yeah, exactly. I worry about myself later.
Even though it's your birthday, but nonetheless, you're a man of the people.
Me, yeah. So, yeah. With that being said, I make sure the people, I give them what they want, and the themes, I try to make them creative. So like, you know, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This year it is Easter Friday, so keep that in mind. Easter bunnies, Easter.
I like where this is going.
I like where this is going. I haven't written some stuff, but I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve.
There you go. No, I like the word. I like the words most definitely. Now, man. So all this is happening, and on the side, you do your thing with the athletic leaders. You're one of the certified trainers with the company.
Yes.
How much of an impact have they had on your life?
Life changing. If I were to say, let's say 4 years ago.
Okay.
If I was sitting in this chair, I would not be drinking green tea.
Okay.
First of all,
I would not have.
He's pulling out the bag.
An apple. So like, you know, lifestyle change.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to get at. My lifestyle has changed drastically since being a part of athletic leaders. So that's what I like. I like to be able to, anywhere I go, I can shed the same, I guess, light that was kind of put on me to other people, in a sense that like I used to live a very unhealthy lifestyle. Yes, I'm involved in the nightlife. Yes, I'm out till 3-4 in the morning, but it doesn't mean I'm involved with, like, let's say, like, I used to eat hot dogs like, hot dog stand on Spadina.
Yeah, the street meat.
Yeah, but I mean, like, every night I was eating street meat. Every night I was getting McDonald's. Now, I mean, the odd time I might eat late, but, I mean, I'm human, but, I mean, I live a lifestyle, like, I try to live a very clean and healthy lifestyle at the same time. So it's all about
the balance.
Good balance.
The equilibrium.
That's what athletic leaders showed me. Because I know, like, I have a lot of friends, but it's one of those things you don't really talk about. Like, if you know, if you're putting on weight, or like if you're eating double doubles or triple triples every day, there's no one really to tell you, you know, maybe you should try a green tea, or maybe you should drink coffee black. Don't put so much sugar or cream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or don't drink coffee at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Not at all. But like, there's a lot of times people never tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly. And then there might be the odd friend here or there that may say, yo, you've had a little too much, man. You might want to cut it back a little bit, or you're getting a little double chin action happening, or what have you.
Yeah.
So you always need people in your corner to tell you that stuff and to remind you about that stuff. And it's good if you have a core group of friends who will remind you, and, you know, likewise, you'll do the same for them as well, too.
Exactly.
You know, you've been here before.
Yes.
And, we like to play games with the guests, you know.
Oh, I know. Last time you caught me off guard.
Oh, trust me, I'm about to catch you off guard.
That's why I brought him, because I was like, remember last time?
You brought him?
You caught me off guard.
Okay. I can't remember what game we played last time, but we're switching up this time around, okay? Trust me, it gets real in here. It gets real in the field, as I like to say. So, as I alluded to, the Good and Plenty, it has somewhat of like a wrestling theme, as I like to call it, because you see, you like to build it up from January. And as most wrestling fans know, January is the Royal Rumble, which is the road to Wrestlemania. Hence, you know, the Good and Plenty, Wrestlemania. Okay, you got it. All right. Now, based on that, I know you've watched, you know, some wrestling back in the day in the 90s, Stone Cold, The Rock, and what have you.
In the 90s,
Trust me, everybody was. Everybody and their mama. Now, with that being said, the first game that we're going to play today, or tonight rather, is called Kamakacci Mania.
Oh, man.
All right? Now, this is a game full of trivia questions, all right? And you have a 33% chance in getting these answers right, because there's only 3 answers I selected, and you choose the best one. All right? Now, first question. Which wrestler was known as Mr. Monday Night, and also who was known to be the human highlight film from his ECW days up until WWE? Was it A, Rey Mysterio, B, Sabu, or C, Rob Van Dam?
What's the first one?
Rey Mysterio.
C.
C. Rob Van Dam. He says Rob Van Dam. Survey says Rob Van Dam is correct, sir.
We're talking 90s, right?
He came into the 90s, yeah, and he came into WWE into the 2000s.
Really bringing me back right now.
Hey, you are Mr. 1986, alright?
I used to watch this 15, 20 years ago.
You are Mr. 1986, so based on that, we're going to take it even further back now. That was a little warm-up, by the way, in case you didn't even know. Actually, you know what? I'll take it further back on the third question. On the second one, I'll kind of sell you down a little bit. This female wrestler has been known to be the greatest diva of all time, and she also just so happens to be Canadian. Is it A, Lita, B, Mickie James, or C, Trish Stratus?
C.
You say C, Trish Stratus? Survey says that is correct. You're 2 for 2 for my friend. All right, now let's take it back a little bit more. This man right here was one of the founding members of the Four Horsemen. Is it A, Gorilla Monsoon, B, Ted DiBiase, or C, the Nature Boy Ric Flair?
A.
A was Gorilla Monsoon. You are wrong, my friend. The correct answer was Ric Flair. Yeah, yes. Come on, man. Everyone knows this. Man, come on, man. All right.
Oh man.
Next question. Yeah, man. I'll say my man too. All right. Next question. Before his WCW days, he was known as the Bad Guy. Is this gentleman's name A, Kevin Nash, B, Rick Rude, or C, Razor Ramon?
I like the accent. B.
Who did I say B was again? I said Rick Rude. Okay, there we go. I said Rick Rude. You say Rick Rude?
Yeah.
I say you are wrong, my friend. It is Razor Ramon. Come on, man. The toothpick and everything. NWO.
I remember that.
NWO.
Jeez.
All right, so you're 2 for 4 right now, man. You're 2 for 4.
99.
All right, I'm gonna give you one more, man. I'm gonna give you one more. Who was the latest black wrestler to be WWE champion? Was it A, Ron Simmons, aka Farouk of the Nation of Domination? Was it B, Mr. five-time WCW champion Booker T? Or I know I do good impression, I know. Or is it C? If you smell what the Rock is cooking, the Rock.
B.
You say Booker T?
Yeah.
I say that's a damn shame, homie. You need to take your ass to Jabroni Boulevard because it is the Rock. Really? He won the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble in 2013, my friend.
Really?
Yes. He did.
Okay.
You're 2 for 5. Do you want a bonus question to help redeem yourself? Are you looking for a bonus question?
Yeah, let's get it.
Okay. This one I'm gonna think off the fly. If you don't get this one, I don't know, man. I don't know. We may have to tell people not to go to the good place. Okay, this one right here. This one's off the fly once again. All right. Which one of these wrestlers is a founding member of D-Generation X? Is it A, John Bradshaw Layfield? Is it B, Hollywood Hulk Hogan? Is it C, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels? Or is it D, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Oh shoot.
If you don't get this one.
C.
You say Shawn Michaels?
Yes.
The survey says.
Yes.
Woo! Oh man, you had me scared. You had me scared. If you didn't get that, I was about to be like sunken all over here. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen.
Grade 7.
Yes. Oh my. You know how many kids got suspended from school for doing
That's
this?
what I was gonna say. Like, I'm trying to remember.
Trust me, man. I almost got attention one day and I was like, what's it? Yes, right, that was the other black kid. Anyways, yes, the correct answer is C, Shawn Michaels. Okay. Anyways, we have a whole lot to get on today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, boy, are you late. We are talking with my man, Kamakacci Juice, who is Mr. Party Starter. And when we get back, we're going to get the Party continuing on with Trip Talk.